The question of the week, you're gonna get the answer here. First, is Laird, do I use a growth regulator? Great question, and it's a valid question this year. Why? I'm gonna simplify this into 5 factors to help you determine if you should be applying. Number 1, plant stand. Number 2, variety. Number 3, nitrogen levels. 4, temperature. 5, moisture. Quickly, again, the factors that help you determine if you should be shortening your wheat or barley or oats. Number 1, plant stand. High, low. How many tillers do you have? This year, because of the cool conditions, we're seeing 4 to 5 tillers at growth stage 30 to 32. And we're continuing to throw more tillers out. On top of that, we have a plant stand of 30 plants per square foot. Lots of tillers, lots of plants, higher risk of lodging. Factor number 2, a variety selection. This one is so important. Variety selection in terms of what's its straw strength, what's its height, what's its yield potential. All these factors affect. Now, in this case, we're in a field of SY Manus. It's our shortest and highest yielding hard red spring wheat that we're growing here on the farm. And because of that, we're not gonna do a growth regulator on this field. So, variety selection, the height and straw strength, phone your seed supplier, and I think you know who that is. Factor number 3, nitrogen. This is one everyone does jump to, and it plays a big role. What levels of nitrogen do you have? Rule of thumb, anywhere from 150 to 160 applied or up, you're looking at a high risk of lodging depending on your rainfall. Below that, our hard red spring wheat varieties are probably going to stand up. But it comes down to the year. How much nitrogen is available where the roots are growing? In this case, our roots aren't that deep yet. They're only pulling from 5-6 inches. We're still in that high nitrogen area of the field. Therefore, it should be accessing a lot of the nitrogen. Did you lose your nitrogen to leaching, to volatilization when you applied? Think about those things and the availability of that nitrogen to the plant as to predict the risk you're going to have of lodging after stem elongation. Number 4, temperature. Temperature is key. Cool conditions is going to produce strong straw. Hot conditions where you're above 27 degrees, you're going to get rapid growth in the evening time and slow growth in the day. And that uneven growing conditions will result in higher risk of lodging versus if it's cool and under 27 degrees. So I'm anticipating very strong straw in all of our cereals this year. And number 5, moisture. Moisture drives vegetative growth. Vegetative growth essentially drives weight and increases your lodging pressure. So there you have it. Assess those 5 conditions: plant stand, variety selection, nitrogen, temperature, and moisture as to if you should be applying a growth regulator in order for you to have success for less straw at harvest time and hopefully more yield at the bin. Because the last thing we want after doing all this work is to see lodging early on and take away 10 to 20% of your yield. So consider that. If you have further questions, give our agronomy team at Patura Seeds a call. Until then, happy spraying growth regulators.